สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับเอกนัทครับ
General Prayut Chan-o-cha successfully portrayed himself as a guarantor of peace and order to return as Prime Minister in the last elections in 2019.
รวมไทยสร้างชาติ
What campaign message is he sending out this time? And what kind of leader would he be if he can make it back to power again?
First of all, we must not forget that General Prayut can still be portrayed as a figure that brings stability to Thailand, to the society and Thai politics. And in fact, I think that the economy and the state of Thailand at the moment that we're benefiting from the economy because of this stability. And with General Prayut joining the new party, what we are hoping for is to build on General Prayut's success as the leader of this government over the last few years, on building, strengthening the basic infrastructure of this country, running the government, promoting trade, promoting relationship between Thailand and foreign countries, and driving the economy forward. And so with this party, I think we are basically building on the success, and we are hoping to also instill some new forces to General Prayut as a party.
General Prayut now wants to be seen as a full-fledged politician. How is he handling his transition from being a military strongman to what he is now?
Well, to the public, I think good news, he's also evolving from a military leader to fulfill his role as the leader of the government, and now to fulfill his new role as a political leader. This time around, he has decided to join the party membership. He's also the chairman of the strategic board of the party, and he's also heading this party campaign, which he hasn't done during the last election, but he's doing it this election. And I think he's adapting, I think he's evolving, and we can see that the public is also responding to this new change and accepting him in this new role as a political leader.
But you think he's ready to really turn himself into a full-fledged politician?
Oh yes, I've during this campaign, I've been with him.
You're one of the persons
often,
closest to him, so you should know.
Quite often, yes. And I will be with him during the campaign. And I think he's adapting well. He's adapting to public speaking to the public. And I think it might take time, but he has a lot of experience already. But I think, and I think he's enjoying his new role as well.
No, certainly would want to know more about this particular aspect of Kun Prayut being a politician, right? Because I have to admit that even though he has been in power, in office 8 years, even journalists admit that they still have limited knowledge as to his inner thinking, his style of management, and how he interacts with people who work with him around him. So what is he like when he's down on the campaign trail with you and your colleagues in the party and talking to people?
I think to the people around him, he's loved by his colleagues, by everybody who works around him. I think maybe what he lacks is the ability to communicate to the press, especially, which I think is part of his development from the military leader, which doesn't require him to speak to the press, to communicate via the press, and then to the leader of government, which he's sort of adapting. But now as a political leader, it requires him to communicate via the press to the public more efficiently and better than what he's done before. And I think he's changing, and we can witness this change also.
Because through his interaction with the media and through his speeches, we have the image of him being a very moody person at times, can be very mercurial, right? so in person, when you talk to him or when he is under pressure working with people in the party, does he exhibit that kind of behavior?
He's a strong leader. He's decisive, but in a way he's not as tyrannical as the press trying to project him to be.
It was General Prayut as the military junta leader who appointed the 250 senators who will continue to wield significant power in the post-election scenario. Does he still intend to count on their support to return to power?
I would hope that the Senate this power to elect the Prime Minister will expire as soon as possible, because I don't think it's there to do anything. An elected government cannot survive without the support of the Parliament. And even from the last election, this government or the current standing temporary government was not created was not formed by the Senate. It was formed by the Parliament. It has won the majority in the Parliament. And I think for this coming election, for the government to survive, it will have to win the majority in the Parliament, which is a practicing normal standard for any functioning political system. I don't think the Senate are there to do anything. In fact, it's legacy. So it is legacy. It has no function in forming this new government.